Her voice cut through the silence of our kitchen like glass shattering on tile. "Go ahead and leave. You won't survive a week without me." The words weren't shouted, they were delivered casually, like a dare she didn't think I'd take. A smirk at the corner of her lips. One hand on her wine glass, the other on her phone, her lifeline, her secret companion. I said nothing. I only set my keys on the marble counter. The sound was sharp, deliberate. She raised an eyebrow, waiting for me to stammer, to beg, to fold the way I always had when she twisted the knife. But I didn't. I walked out. The silence in my head wasn't empty, it was full. Her words echoed, wrapping around me like barbed wire. I didn't know if I felt rage, grief, or something far colder. By morning, the silence cracked. Her boss called her phone, twice. Then her father. His voice bellowed through the voicemail I later overheard, furious, panicked. "The bank just called us. What did you make him do?" Her confidence fractured. I could hear it in her tone. The tremble she hid from me all those years. And that's when I knew. This wasn't about love. It never was. It was about control. For years, she had reminded me, subtly, cruelly, that I was the lucky one. She came from wealth. I built mine brick by brick, clawing out of nothing. Yet in her narrative, I was the stray dog she fed, groomed, and civilized. "You'd be nothing without me." Those words became her anthem. At first, I laughed them off. Then I swallowed them. But somewhere in the quiet between her insults, the thought lodged in my chest. What if she believed them? I started seeing the cracks. Her phone always face down. Business dinners that stretched past midnight. Conversations that stopped when I entered the room. A slip of perfume on her blouse that wasn't hers. A hotel charge buried in the credit card statement, written off as work. She underestimated me. She thought my silence meant ignorance. But silence has teeth, and mine were sharpening. I started small. Phone records. Not hers, mine. The family plan had her number linked. She didn't know. I traced late-night calls, mapped them against her work dinners. The patterns aligned too perfectly. Next came the accounts. She had insisted on managing the household finances, claiming I was too trusting. I let her believe it. What she didn't know was that every transfer, every investment, every property we owned was tied to me, my name, my signature. And then the accounts she didn't know I kept, the ones offshore, the ones her father had once scoffed at, telling me I'd never understand real money. I understood enough. I ran the DNA test after finding an old photo of her boss's son. Something in the eyes, a cruel suspicion. One swab, one envelope, one quiet drop at the lab. While she slept beside me, I scrolled through email confirmations. I studied balance sheets like scripture. I played the part of the obedient husband, nodding when she mocked me, smiling when she bragged. But inside, a ledger was being written. Every betrayal, every insult, every deception. And the sum was due. The results came back on a gray Thursday. The child she swore was mine wasn't. Probability? 0%. I stared at the report, my pulse steady. I felt nothing. Not heartbreak, not rage. Only confirmation. That night, I slid the envelope across the dinner table. She looked confused at first, then pale. Her fork slipped from her hand. "What is this?" her voice cracked. I didn't answer. I just watched her eyes race across the page. Watched denial bloom, then panic, then the silent collapse of her performance. "No, this can't." I stayed still, composed, a mirror to her unraveling. The silence between us was louder than any scream. The next morning, I walked out with nothing but a small bag. No arguments, No explanations. Just the echo of my keys against marble. She thought I was bluffing. She always did. By noon, her boss was calling. By 3, her father. Both men screaming down her phone, demanding answers, demanding control. The accounts had frozen. Investments collapsed. The lifeline they thought she controlled had slipped through their hands the moment I walked away. Because the house? Mine. The cars? Mine. The business loans her father leveraged? Guaranteed by me. When I left, I pulled the pin. And now they were choking on the smoke. She begged me to pick up her calls. She even showed up at my office, hair undone, eyes red. For the first time, I saw her without the mask. "You can't do this to me." I leaned back, studied her like a stranger. "I didn't do this to you. You did." I left her standing there, trembling, drowning in the collapse she built with her own hands. People assume revenge feels like fire, like a scream. It doesn't. It feels like silence, a stillness so complete it drowns out the noise of years. I don't hate her. I don't love her. I don't feel anything at all. She was right about one thing. I wouldn't survive a week without her. But she was wrong about who wouldn't survive. She's the one gasping now, clawing at what's left, while I walk away, lighter, freer, untethered. The final balance is clear. She lost everything, and I only lost an illusion.